Alright peeps, welcome back to Cavey, episode 19. At the end of the last episode we got a big bad water spillage situation going on. Although it doesn't seem to be spilling down into this bit of water, which was my primary concern at the end of the last episode. But the reason we've got a beaver hammering away diligently over here, and why we've got water gushing out, is because at the end of the last episode, I didn't put these bloody impermeable floors on at all. And on top of all of that, I paused the smelter so to get the logs out of it. So the beaver's got all the wood in need bother, but none of the bloody impermeable floors. But let's just ensure all of this maximum priority. This particular platform here can be high priority, as well as all of the impermeable roofs there. Beaver, that's the last bit of impermeable roof I want to see ye building on top of here. Every time I see ye swing your hammer, it better be on an impermeable floor down here. Oh, bloody speedy up bit pause. It's all got worse. It's all got a lot worse. The water's going, the bad water's contaminating with a bit pool here. This is all gonna die. Right, we need to protect the beavers. Pause ye. Can't be having any beavers going through there. And let's see, does this flood? And if so, how bad? Beaver, get away, quick, run, get up the stairs, get up the ladders. It is, isn't it? Oh, lumberjack flag, pause ye and all. But I think this water's gonna go over this path here. Let's give it a bit of a speed 3, see what happens. Oh, it doesn't. Thankfully it doesn't. It starts pissing out the map here. Rip the oak plantation though. That is a dry old oak plantation now. And these lemon trees had survived since we bloody planted them. Probably gone on 30 bloody cycles again. But beavers, have you got anywhere near having this done yet? The final 5, let's go. And here we go, peeps, the last one. This bad water. There we go, look. Here we go, I'll pause it. We'll get a proper decent little angle. It's gonna stop falling down, and it's gonna go across there. And this is all sealed up. It's gonna go down into that pre-existing bit of bad water shenanigans and just gone spilling out of here, turning our wheels that little bit faster. You know what? Can I see them spin even up? 62? Nah, it just is at 62. And I think it might be because of the sluice. Because reading your comments, I was advised that, you know, a sluice can only put out so much water and then that's about it. It's all done after that. So I suppose that makes sense. You know, it doesn't make sense though. The lack of bloody good water behind this weir. I forgot to close this during the temperate season. What a guy. Look at that. We've got one half water there, just nice and clean, keeping some sort of food on the crack. And then we got this other half here, which just, oh, it's no good. It's no good at all. You know what, 14.2 days. I think I'm going to delete these levees here, drain this bit pool, and then replace these levees down. And take old mate's on pause here because he's just going to be pissing water straight out the side of the map otherwise. But before we forget, now that we've got this river flowing, we need to hurry up and get these impermeable roofs on the crack. Oh yeah, maybe fill this hole up as well. That might be helpful. Might be. I'm going to go ahead, unpause the forester and the lumberjack flag. Lumberjack flag because there's some bloody everblossoms can be chopped down there. You know, speaking of lumberjack flags, we didn't need all of these mental cases running. Ah, especially this one. I forgot I placed that one. Oh, yes. I'm tempted to leave it there, but like, I never know. It's fun to have the lumberjack flag knocking about on top of the ladders, but it's a bit cheaty, you know. Just a bit. Oh, we got this hour hanging. Look at this bad lad. Connects the paths up. This is like an old school Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer map. You've got your 3 lanes. You've got your middle lane here, your left lane here, and your right lane there. But this map also has the verticality of some of the newer games. Now I'm super keen to see some beavers just gone all the way along the side here, getting all these impermeable roofs on the gun. And here we go, last one in. We've got all the impermeable roofs. This pipe is now officially up and running. Isn't it a beaut? Look at this majestic pipe here, man. It's got the metal pillar with braces onto the big massive 5x3 platform. A mixture of side platforms and overhangs. A proper little mixture on the sides here. Impermeable floors, impermeable roofs. A proper sealed pipe system which allows, once this is in, I'm bloody glad I noticed that, like. And that needs planks, and I have a feeling, yes, all of our industrial lumber mills are paused. That was part of the great pausing that I done last episode to get all the bloody logs back. Ooh, would you look at this? We've got nigh on full stock of cassavas. Some of the boxes are even reaching the top there. And an empty fermented cassava warehouse just waiting. Although we're definitely not going to unpause this fermenter here. I'm actually going to pause that bloody smelter. At least we can get 100% efficiency in the industrial lumber mill there with our big 88 power. So yeah, now Mr. Fermenter, get on paused and ferment those bloody cassavas. I cannot wait to come back later on in the episode and there just be like a full stack of fermented cassavas all the way up to the roof here. Oh, would you look at this? I can finally unpause old mate, Mr. Fluid Dump. And why don't we have ourselves a real casual speedy up bit of all the water getting slung into this bit valley. The forest are planting all the oaks, ever blossoms, lemons, bowberries and grapevines. And that's everything you can replant. Especially because I didn't tell him to plant the bloody lemon trees here. But don't you worry, peeps. The forester's ready, getting those lemon trees in so we can have plenty of lemonade and a lemonade stand here. Which thankfully we still do. Oh yes, the beavers have got this bit of impermeable roof on. That means we can smash this up to 1. And look, immediately the bad water's coming through. I can unpause all of these now. I had these paused, so I wasn't sure if I need to demolish more levees in here to allow the bad water to get out, but now we're alright. I tell you what, Tessie here is going to be buzzing very shortly. Because this big reservoir's going to be chock-a-block full of 100% contaminated bad water by the time he comes and clocks back on. I love that, an overnight fill. And look at that, getting plenty of bad water up. How's our tank doing? We're going to have to do a bit of a zoom-in job through the floor. How's our tank? Oh, not a moment too soon. Bloody 2 bad water. You know what I say to that? Beavers, up the priority of that bad lad. And I'm still going to leave this bad water tank on a low priority because I have a feeling we might never use it. It's only going to be useful during a temperate season or drought if I also run out of bad water. Which now that we're building the second bad water pump here, or should I say now that we've built the second bad water pump here. Tell you what, like, that took a little bit longer than I was anticipating. Not gonna lie to yous. We are probably waiting on logs, that's why. We've got 8 logs. And this whole plantation here is brand spankers. Like brand spankers. That's another 20 odd days for that to be ready to go. Now I am a tad perturbed. Just a bit. Just a little bit. 1.6k water for 5.7 days. We're unticking these little unpaused boxes on all of these fluid dumps. Oh, we got a beaver injured. Oh, it's a beaver injured though. That's alright. You know what I'm thinking? We were incredibly lucky there, like, to not have any contaminated beavers, because, as I've said in previous episodes, I have 0 allocation for dodgy contaminated beavers. There's no place for them in Cavey. Now, I was having a think about this little industrial pile here, and I reckon I'm going to cut it off after Dort. I only want 1 of each. I didn't want to be doing mental skyscrapers for no reason, you know, just like, get it out of here. And also, if you wouldn't mind beavers, just build that one for us, please. And speaking of additional expansion around the district centre here, can I cop a little 3 long side platform off the side? I can. Oh, look at that bad lad. Perfect place for a large tank right there. I love all the different layers of our big tanks here. We start at the bottom, we're going up to that level, then we got 2 there, another 1 up there, and to fully seal capping the top off here, we're going to go large tank up in here. With accompanying path, of course. And I reckon that's a canny little place to stop going vertical around the district centre here. Because we could hang over the top and everything like that, but you know, I like the fact that we've got a big tower here, we've got the industrial estate on the backdrop, which is nowhere near done yet, by the way. But I also like the really low level farms knocking about here. And I think this little middle area here where the district centre is like a nice little medium density beaver area. We'll come with that, eh? I noticed as well while I was rambling on, this bot part factory got popping. Pause ye. We've got any power coming up here. Speaking, I think I might need to pause this one. Because I need to make sure we get all this power stuff in first. Just like we did doing here. To get these engines all in. Now, up the priority on that bad lad. Wouldn't mind having at least 1 engine up at this level. And I'm seeing we've got any gears. Let's unpause the gear workshop. Get amongst it. Not that we have any planks to turn into gears like, but yeah, nah. We're doing the 10 explosives and all. We need to get the explosives factory on. Oh, but I did want to do this during a bad tide. But not this bad tide. We still have unfortunate variables that would skew me numbers if I'm to do that now. So be keen for the next bad tide where we're going to whap down some irrigation barriers. And get even more permanent green growth. Well, for now, I'd like the beavers to pick this bit of rubble up here. So I can finally place the rooftop terrace. Unpaused edition. And maximum priority edition. I think the beavers deserve some bloody R&R, didn't ye? And I've been thinking, right, we've got 22 unoccupied beds. Is there really much of a point of replacing all of these up here? I say, nah, no need. Let's get an additional rooftop terrace done. But flip this way around. The bad tide has ended. We've got cycle 41 and we need to hurry up and reduce this down. Let's just do 0. Oh, not 0. Let's do 0.95 and speed 1. Just speed 1. Oh no, the pressure. The pressure! It's too much. The pressure's too... Why? Oh, it's just gone down the side there. It's just gone down the side. Look, sick beaver, you're just going to have to hang about until your bed's clean. Don't go back. I just levitate. Levitate above that bad water illusion. Alright, we need an additional thing to do here. And I think that's going to be going, hey, nah, how can I... Temporarily, we have this set to open. And that up to 1 there. So we're going to spill bad water out the top here. And it will dilute our little... Oh, but can I afford to dilute it? Actually, this is all good what I knew that's coming out. Set that to closed. Set that to 0.95. And then we're probably going to have loads of good water pissing out the top of this floodgate here. Oh, no, it seems to be... Nah, yeah, there we go. And there's the pissing. It's a pissing. And it's a pissing a lot. Is it a temporary pish? If I speed 3, does it not pish anymore? Right. Well, there's that. I think we've sorted that out. 0.95. It's all good. And that can't particularly be said for the rest of the pipe water here. We did come out alright there, 1.2k water. I think I got me numbers mixed up. I go that the beavers use about 100 water a day. And there's no workers in the district because we got 5 injured beavers. That is no good. How are we doing with scrap metal? Oh, we're not even full. Oh, we're out of gears and that. You know what? Minimum priority. We're just going to use your beaver expertise elsewhere. All of these fluid dumps are set to unpause themselves when we get there. And hopefully... Oh, of course. It's a 30-day grow. It's going to be bloody yonks before we get these in. But if we dip underground a couple of more layers, we should see... Oh, not yet, because of the cave flooding. This all has to clean out first, and it takes yonks to clean out. You know what, is this on auto or open down here? Oh, it's on open. That's not what I wanted to see at all. The reason that's an issue is this little bit of water here. It's fed by the sluice, which is closed until it gets to 0% contamination, which, yeah, it's currently at 84 there. Look, it drops decently quickly, but if you also look at the clock at the top right, I'm whizzing around at speed 30. So, yeah, nah. This is like multiple days worth of getting the contamination out of here, so maybe a little bit of rethink, or maybe we just get the situation sorted and then we'll be alright. Well, this contamination here isn't fantastic, like, to say the very least. And I think it's going to be a while before it comes clean again, because it looks like there's still plenty of bad water in that pipe there. And the thing is, I can't use this floodgate to empty all of the bad water out of this cave down here, because this cave is at a lower level than this floodgate, as you can very clearly see when I take the terrain away there. But all that to say, it's going to be a couple of more days before these oaks can be back up and running again. And that leaves us with our saving grace, the oaks over here. And they all getting there, like, I think these are our next batch to come in. Some of them are 98%. It won't be too much longer. Oh, we've got heaps more power down here. Let's unpause the smelter. That's going to immediately bring us down to about 60% efficiency, but it's alright, you know. It's alright. It's better than the efficiency old mate was getting over here when his engine would run out of fuel. If not else, we're slurping water up from all these water slopers. We're storing it. And I'm even going to maximum prioritize this large tank here. I want it in. Because if you remember in the last episode when we had that 28-day Badtide, we had knee water at the end of it, and the beavers were thirsty for at least a day. Oh, but we do have a rooftop terracing, and a couple of kids hanging about in it. Babby beavers, how do you feel about this brand new rooftop terrace? The beavers haven't got a Scooby that this hasn't always been here. The brand new beavers, they haven't lived through 40 odd cycles of knee rooftop terrace action. Oh, but we are just in time to clock this gun down to 0% contamination, and once it's at 0, it's gonna fill this little reservoir right up, and these oaks can finally continue to grow. They want any bloody done and all. No, now isn't that a sight to behold? Why aren't you filling this up, pal? Hang on, you shouldn't have to be filling this up. Why isn't this getting... Oh. Let's leave these two paused with the automatic unpause off because it's a bloody good tide. And during good tides, at least once the contamination gets down to 0... Not another bad tide! Actually, no. Is this good? Is it good? It is good, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's good. We've got this closed so we'll be able to keep a little bit of good water in the cave. Hopefully we can get down... Oh, we're doing to 0. Doing to 0 on this side. Look, the sluice is open and the sluice will very soon close. But let's check over this side. This is the important side. The sluice under here. Still 1% contamination. 0% contamination. Let's go! Fill up! And that is how you fill up your little ravine without using any water from your fluid dump. Alright, let's get the unpause back on them. Do a little bit of mild flooding. Nothing a little bit of speed 4 won't sort out. And now let's properly think with this bad tide. What's the water level in the cave right now? It's flooded. Let's give it a quick day, see if the water level gan's doing at all. The water level has not went doing at all. Therefore, I'm going to untick this close above downstream depth and leave it to auto. So it's only going to open when contamination hits 0%. Which helps these sluices down here, because they've always got 0% contamination. They're not waiting, forcing us to empty our storage down via our fluid dumps. And it looks like the pressure on the pipe system is enough to keep all of this up a height. So with this on auto, we are set to do our proper Badtide testing. This is what we wanted to be hyped for, peeps. And this is the smelter doing sweet FA, even though it's got 11 logs in there, because old mate's got none. But we could quickly spend 1.5 days watching some oaks grow and get chopped down. Mild correction, 24-day Badtide, damn, okay. Well, yeah, mild correction. Oak singular, not oaks plural. Our beautiful little U-turn there is getting contaminated. That means this sluice isn't opening anytime soon. Well, this sluice in 20% contamination's time will open up. And I want to see if we can keep this little bit of bad water reservoir topped up and everything. And I also want to see... Oh, looks like we're getting Kenny high on there. To see if I need to have 2 bloody beavers scan this whole Badtide, which I certainly didn't. But now that we've got our big pipe system in here, actually done and up and running, look at this. It's a clean bit of river. I mean, it's the tiniest little bit of clean river. How did that evaporate so quickly? Oh... We need to change the timer on this here, because bad tides are basically droughts now. As far as this river's concerned, there's no difference. But we still need to tackle this bit of contamination here, which we can actually do now. Let's bring the terrain down. We can see the bad water comes out of here. It hits the sluice, and then it starts going up this pipe. So we need to sort out this bit of ground here with an... Oh, you can't put irrigation barriers on... And I can't be clever and go inside the cave or anything this time. Or can I? Will that work? And can beavers reach it? It's worth a test, isn't it? Because if this works, it'll block the contamination. But I don't think it will. Because this bit of ground... Nah, it's not going to work, MiGly. Didn't be daft. Didn't be daft. Let's be as cheesy as we can be. Irrigation barrier there. Because we know, if you have a look where the sluice is... Or is it? I think the sluice there is acting as a little irrigation barrier like a levee does. I think I'm going to have to bite the bullet. And at the very least, put an irrigation barrier there. Beavers, please whack that in. Oh, thank you very much, Lee. Now, what's the contamination going to do round here? Absolutely nothing. Actually nothing. Let me just double check here, in case I need to put irrigation barriers here as well. We do have 2 sources that are underneath here. And they're going to be on this bit of ground that I'm going to zoom out of now. Which is the levees. Now, do I need these levees? Because the water level... Oh, the water level's the exact same as over there. But it's not going to flood. And it's not going to flood because the water's only getting in by that sluice, which turns it off. So I don't need these levees. Temporary levees, let's go. Delete E. Delete E. Get beavers to pick those up with an absolute quickness. And look at that. We've got a little opening into our cave. How mint is that? That is mint. I love that. I love that little opening into the cave there. Anyway, beavers, can you please hurry up and pick up those bits of rubble for us? Like, with a bit of a quickness. And let's go. 2 irrigation barriers, beavers. With an absolute quickness. And that's the last one in. Contamination, are you going to go away? That would be a negative. Negative on the contamination going away. We did get a couple of more trees planted. I will say that. Whoa. Cheeky little blueberry. You know what? I completely... What? You're supposed to be a hack with... I've rearranged this. All the green bits are going to be grapevines. But this blueberry here is got to stay. I like the little blueberry in the corner. Cheeky little beggar, look at him. But anywho, where's this contamination coming from? That's what we're doing now. Oh, this cave. This cave is full of contamination. Look at that. That's touching this bit of earth, which is this bit of earth here. Gansdoon contaminates through the ladders. This might be a bloody mission and a half, this, like, peeps. And I cannot just, like, remove the ladders because, look, that ladder stack gans all the way up to here. That's just far too much, that. I think we're going to pop an irrigation barrier. Another level down, and I have a feeling I'm going to have to do at least 1 or 2 more here as well. But let's watch the beavers smash that in from above with a little bit of a camera angle change mid-speedy up it. And what's the contamination going to do? Nout. Lovely. Happy days. That's exactly what I wanted every time. Oh, I'm being silly. This bit of ground here where this overhang is, that needs to be sorted as well. Irrigation barrier. And a speedy up it to get it all built and pop straight in there. Alright, new contamination. What you gonna do? Nout. Absolutely nout. The absolutely nout is what's... MiGly. MiGly. You done it over here when you didn't think you needed to put that one on for some reason. Why didn't you think you need to put this one on? If this one's needed, this one's bloody needed. What an absolute guy, eh? A proper guy and a half, this one. And there we go. I saw a little bit of contamination coming back and a little bit of forester action. That's partially sorted. Now we need to suss out the rest. You see, now I'm thinking, Reap, I'm going to delete this ladder. Toss it off. Toss you off. I'm tossing you off and all. Tossing everyone off. I reckon if we pop irrigation barriers down there, we're going to be absolutely a giraffing when it comes to contamination. Look at that. As predicted, we're bloody giraffing. And I didn't need this irrigation barrier, but I know I need this one down here. And now that all of this is permanently green, we plant oaks here, all the way under here. And of course we're going to redo the little ladder system. It's just going to be slightly different, you know. We call it the old 2-in-1 there, because it guns up 2 in one block. Or if it's the 2 and 1, it's because it's got 2 ladders and a platform. But I'm well happy with that, like. That is very nice, very tasty. I agree. And you know what? Let's set this to bloody auto. Let's get this deep water pump on, and then let's put this all the way up to the top. Oh, bloody 3 beaver jobs could have been better utilised elsewhere. However, man, MiGly, sort it out, will you? Now, I suspect our little cave pool is going to absolutely drain here because we are filling all of this up. The sluices are going to open. They're going to top up the 2 pools on the side. And then it's going to... Hey! And it didn't actually empty. Look at that. Oh, I need to unpause this bloody lumberjack flag. Oh, no, you are unpaused. Do you need a bit of help, pal? Do you want a little bit of help from this lumberjack over here? Who can't see because the pathway has been disconnected. In that case, do you want a bit of help from this lumberjack over here who can't see and is relying on a pathway? And Gatherer, do you mind walking the long way round, picking up some blueberries so I can ask you to get them out of here, please? And this is it, peeps. This is a new chapter in Cavey's history. We are all green all the time. No bad tide can touch us. All of our oaks grow. All of our land is fertile, regardless of tide. But I think I need to quickly sort this out. I believe I left this at 0.95. Get up to 1. And then they speed you up a bit. Just speed 3. And then we're going to go all the way up with this little bit of bad water. And we're going to just pretty much overspill very, very quickly. And we're not going to overspill the whole thing because we got a little dam there, man. Now, beavers, rip these up with a quickness before I start regretting it. Oh, and we've got lemon trees that are going to be permanently all the way around the old lemon pool. We call it the lemon pool because this is where the lemon trees used to grow and live. Oh, beaver picking the berry. You can get ripped up. Oh, no, don't rip that one up. That one's not to be ripped up. And there we are. This is the last bit of berry to be bashed out the ground and replaced with a fancy little grapevine. The beavers bloody love it. And how much water do we have left in this cave? We've got bloody... Oh, we've got about a rung and a half. A rung and a half left. And you can see in the little slit there, we're nearly full of bad water. So you can be paused, pal. We desperately need the workers. I don't know how all the beavers are injured. We didn't even have the mines on the gun. Rest and recuperate, beavers. We got 4 injured beavers and 4 bloody recovery beds there. Oh, did I see? If I go to the right, it's in. Oh, it's in. Let's have a look at this bloody rooftop terrace here from across the way. I'm sitting on the pipe and I'm watching the beavers hang out at the rooftop terrace. I love the Iron Teeth rooftop terrace, like. Nice communal bench with a fire to keep you warm. And the lighting on their bellies there in the back of their tails. To be fair, it's not a bad view, is it, beavers? Sitting looking out of the void. Chatting shite all your beaver pals. I'd live in Cavey like at this point. Maybe not before Cycle 41, but you know, after Cycle 41. Hey, it's a different bloody map, innit? Oh, damn. This is... This bit here, peeps, look. This bit here is nearly in. Looks like we might have to unpause the construction of this bad lad for whenever we get some gears on the crack. We do finally have logs, though. 52 logs. Do we have haulers? We've got 3 of the laddies. Haulers, get the logs in these 2 engines here, because I'm pretty sure... Once I speed 3 for a little bit and let everyone clock on, yeah, nah, we need both of these running to be efficient. And now I just need to casually tackle the problem that I've been carefully avoiding this whole time. How do we get power from here to here? Now, I was about to just put a platform around the sides there and send a little power connection round, and I may still do that, but first, I want to check on the other side of this pipe here. Can I knock out the path at the end? Oh, there's no bloody path at the end anyway. Oh, well, that's that sorted, isn't it? Well, I mean, I said it all confidently, but might not be sorted. How do we actually get the power through the levee here? And here we are with a little power shaft around the edge of the pipe. It does mean I need to delete this little corner piece here, pick that up, beavers, and replace it with a T. Now, I'm not entirely sure how beavers are going to getting around here, so I'm just going to, like, maximum priority all of this, and then pause this construction going up to it. Why, aye, that should work just fine. Oh, and something else we need to do this episode, peeps. We need to get rid of this temporary little bad water pisher out the side of the mapper, get that connected up to the pipe. As you can see, we've got the pipe here, and as you can see, and I'm glad I got in the pipe here to have a look, we've got the impermeable floors gone. Maximum priority, all of those beavers, all the way along. They need to be in. We can't be having those drop bad water all over the bloody industrial estate here, you know. The beavers need to graft. Thankfully, beavers can build all of these. And we'll have a double check before we start demolishing this little side chute here. And then once that's out, we can actually start putting the proper bad water solution in place. Like this impermeable floor should be shifted to here, for example. Little things like that, you know. And I'm looking here, 152 storage out of 152 on with kohlrabies. That means we may have to finally invest, for the first time ever, some kohlrabi storage. Nah, I'm messing. We had 2 full kohlrabi boxes at one point, but I just ended up shoveling all of this stuff around so much, like the old Kosova's here, that we ended up not having any kohlrabi storage whatsoever for a little while. The empty grape warehouse. It saddens me, however. Look at all of the new grape plantations here. We're even growing grapes on this bit of land during a Badtide. Unbloody heard of. No grapes allowed here though. They perish. You know what? Instead of putting things that perish all the time, because I'm not going to fix this now. This is always going to get contaminated. Anything over here that's contaminated now will always get contaminated. I'm happy with it. So instead of seeing like there being a coffee bush there, can we pop a little decoration in? Maybe be cheeky and get a beaver statue? Oh no. What about a beaver bust? Not even allowed a beaver bust. You know what we could do though? Oh, we can't. I was wanting to put a shrub in there. Oh well. Singular roof it is. Beavers, get that roof in. And make sure anybody climbing these ladders here, having a little bit of a walk on top of the pipe, gets hit by this little roof aesthetic here. And then once you've done that, beavers, if you wouldn't mind whapping a bench on there so the beaver can sit next to the sluice and enjoy it. And don't worry, I'm gonna path the bench up. It's gonna be a proper functional bench. Oh, bloody, have I got you paused or something, mate? Ah, you're running. Looks like it's actually time to unpause this lumberjack flag because we've got a lot of oaks to get chopped down. But yeah, now, while we're here, I want to definitely get a little beaver bust in the corner and a side platform with accompanying path on there. And that little bit of side platform action allows easier access straight into the bloody water pumpers here. Not only can you go to the district centre, go straight across an hour, you can go out the district centre, down a ladder, across, back, up another ladder and get there just as efficiently. Definitely just as efficiently. You know what, peeps? I'm having a tough time deciding what to put on this block here. The reason being is, you know, of course it has to be something spectacular because it's where the little open viewport is to the cave there. But as well, from above, if we go in, you can actually see it. So if you're a beaver standing here, you can look down and see it. What's going to look cool from above to a beaver? And look cool above the cave opening. Oh, inspiration from the rooftop terraces. Bit of brazier action. Let's have a look at this. How does this look? Brazier on there. I think this brazier here right next to our high pressure water pipe that's made of wooden levees is mwah, bellissimo. And then from above, you'll be able to see the fire. Triple fire pit action. I am doing for that, like. I am doing for that. You know what else I'm doing for? A little bit of hood off action. And watching the beavers run up and down both sets of stairs here, left and right. I bloody love it. Bloody love it. Oh, that's enough of that. We're topping up the Lemon Valley here with some fresh hot water. We're making some sort of progress on the old oaks here. And we're keeping the engines topped up. And all of these bad laddies running at 100% efficiency. I'm even going to turn ye on, pal, because I've only got one plank. And we need a lot of gears. As well as planks. And treated planks. And everything else. Oh, beavers! Once again, I'm glad I noticed this. We're going to have to hurry up and get this bit of impermeable bloody roof on. Imagine if I connected all that up and then it started spilling through the top here. Ooh, and we've learnt we div nae put bloody dams on here. Give us me 15 logs. I would say back, but I actually put 20 in to get it. But it's well worth the 5 logs because this impermeable floor wasn't maximum priority. But everywhere else was turned to maximum priority because that's got impermeable floor on it. I don't think we can see the bit that's over the overhang there. Oh, look at that. They're going to get this bit of impermeable floor on, no doubt. Why aye? Not overhang, sorry, side platform. Yeah, there you go. You have to zoom in to see it. Because as soon as you take the terrain down, it's like, nah, side platform no existy. Oh, now it shows them. Look, you are watching the video. Ye nah, they weren't shown before, those little rings. Or maybe they weren't, I'm blind. I guess the footage will reveal all, won't it? Oh yeah, now maximum prioritize this. I also need to maximum prioritize this. Minus this bit of platform. So now we have everything we need. You know what? This doesn't need to be 4 long, does it? Or does it? Scenic back scratcher? I'd say scenic back scratcher's worth the extra resources going from 3 long to 4 long. Easily worth it. Oh! Whoa! Yes! I always get excited when I forget and remember things. Once again, this is now a permanently clean river here. Never sees any bad water. So all of this is oaks. And looking at our pine resin here, we've got plenty. So I'm going to reduce this 4x4 to a 3x3. And I would say all replanted with oaks. But there is still a place for ever blossoms on this map. And that place is under the tall bit of our hang here. Get on there. Actually, did I see that that went 1 too far? It definitely went 1 too far. Will the beavers plant it though? That's the question. We have a downed oak here. So why didn't we find oats? Forester? Will the forester come and replant it? I don't think the forester's coming to replant it. Nah, look, the forester's replanting the other ones. I like that. I like that you can't just like fully cheat, you know? You've still got to have some sort of semblance. Oh, the dried oats! But I was saying, you've got to have some sort of semblance to realism. You can't just have a tree going through your bloody platform and expect everything to be alright. Oh, look at this! We are proper checking in on this little fermented cassava situation, aren't we? All through the episode. We started full on the left, empty on the right. We checked in when it was mid-mid. And now we're 3/4 full on the right and 1/4 full on the left. Kind of wait to see when this is full. Unfortunately this, well, maybe not unfortunately, but this bit won't be empty. You know what, since this is a permanently green bit of ground here, I think we need to properly pop our little cassava field on there. Our cornfield's already up in there. And then what else shall we grow here? You know we're going to need a bit of canola, but only a wee bit. We're definitely going to need some aubergines, and maybe even a soybean or 2. Oh, you know what, even better idea. Beavers, rip that canola up. This little area here is going to be a little pumpkin patch. It's a little 2x2. How can it not be a pumpkin patch? I think we'll have this bit canola, and then we're going to have the soybeans gone all the way around the edge there. Proper little edgy plants. And I definitely want to get mildly fancy with it and do a little bit of that action. Look, the turn, they got a little bit of tawny action. I like that a lot. Oh, but doing that as well, it also means I can leave these as kohlrabis here because I've got a nice even little U on there for the soybeans. Oh, you know what I could do? I can't believe I'm loving doing soybean plantations now this much. Look at that. 2 little strips of soybeans. Oh, but if I'm going to do 2 little strips of soybeans, I'm going to have to do them all the way up there and take these ones as well. Right. Am I finally happy with that? Is that what I'm going to settle with? I think I'm going to settle with that. Right. And that's right. Let's place one of these properly. That'll mean getting these ripped up. And now I believe I'm only allowed, there we go. I'm only allowed to place it in one spot. So there we go. That's the correct place for it to be plopped in. But now it's in, we override these little 3 spots. We don't have 3 little bits of green ground for any reason. Oh, I tell you what, this place. Oh, look, I got a beaver. He's got to pick up the kohlrabi there. And then they're going to plant the cassava. Bloody cassava. Canola, read in there. I suppose we've got to make one of these canola oil, didn't we? I think this lemonade one should be canola oil. This empty one should be lemonade. Because that's a lot closer to the beavers' hooses and everything when they're chilling, you know. You're hanging out at the rooftop terrace. You're going, I'm just going to nip round the corner, go into the lemonade pool, and then I'll be back. Whereas you would have had to go down into the Doughty Industrial Estate just to get a bit of lemonade. Nah. We keep the canola oil in the Doughty Industrial Estate. We drying. We drying up here, why we drying? We can do in a block and we start drying. You know what, let me scroll the earth down a little bit here. Can I get a bloody water dump in here somewhere? Will the game let us fit one in? Fluid dump, that would be a negative, wouldn't it? What about here though? Oh, on top of the sluice, surely. How far? Oh, bloody hello, beaver. And then he shot myself there, man. Yours, mate. You had me life when your little paw just appeared in front of me face, man. Reeds, let's get a slightly different angle where we don't have beavers jump scaring us. Now let's get an angle where we can take the roof up. Oh, well, not that angle. That doesn't work, does it? Oh, and I was going to see if I can find somewhere else where I can put one block up. But the reason I can put one block up there is I demolished the overhangs, didn't I? Well, after spending a few days thinking about it, it looks like this is our staying as Everblossom Farm, doesn't it? And you know what? I'm not necessarily against that. We'll have Everblossoms up in this corner and a nice pink hill here. You can't beat a pink hill. Or a berry that dries out and dies. And I'm glad I remembered because I somehow got distracted before even popping a floodgate in there. That's a maximum priority jobby, beavers. Oh, now that is mildly annoying, like. Supposed to be another bloody thing in here. That's alright, because we're yet to get a coffee brewery doing. And that'll fit in the gap very nicely. But I'm not going to demolish these inventors until we've got these engines and everything in. And yeah, now, before forgetting and wonder why the power gets to this bloody treater here. Power shaft. With accompanying ladders. And I do believe we're going to have to do the same up in here. So let's just do that now before it's all built and I end up forgetting about it. And wonder why me plankers and coggers have got any bloody power. New recipe selected. Oh, the butt paw factory's in. Hang on. I didn't pause you, did I? Oh, and it's at a completely different level. What I didn't pause was this F&T shaft. Gives me logs back for that, beavers, and pick them up. And that way you can get round to actually building this stuff from the side here. Now let's have ourselves a quick check in the pipe here. Do we have the impermeable floors doing with the impermeable roofs? Looks like they're all on and all. When this bad tide's over, we'll be able to connect this pipe up. Oh, and good, I forgot to check, put the floodgates in as well. So we'll definitely be able to kick the pipe up. And now that we're on cycle 42, why didn't we have a magical little session of watching this go away? And I accidentally left it on speed force, so it all went away straight away. Happy days. That's what we all wanted, wasn't it? Oh, no, MiGly. That's why. That's why! MiGly, that's why, you big buffoon! Oh, I'm doing it though. Oh, it hurts. It hurts so much, but it has to be done. This is all temporary here. The only bit that's part of this temporary system that actually is going to stay properly is this levee here. And that's because it's integral to everything. But the rest of it isn't. Now just to double check, this levee on the end, that is absolutely necessary there, you see. However, I was going to put 2 irrigation barriers here, but we can stop that by just deleting this levee, popping a bit of dynamite in there, and see if beavers, let's watch you get that in with a bloody quickness. And ideally not flood out the side of the map in the meantime. Hang on, there's no builders, are there? There's usually no builders. There's no builders. I've just paused my industry, so we should have some grafters in here. I will unpause a little bit of graft on here. Oh, and I was going to say we should have a builder. You should be able to see a beaver, but no, they went on the top. Detonate! Boom! Now we are likely going to have what our patient at the side of the map now. So we need to real casually and quickly get these bloody levies on with a maximum priority, beavers. And are you just going to come build that in from the top like you did with the explosives? Are you actually going to go and run and pick it up? Or are there even any beaver builders? Of course not. Why would there be builder beavers? I knew we should have some builder beavers. We can get these bloody levies smashed on in there. Either putting the bottom levy in from the bottom. But where does the top levy get smashed in from? Oh, that gets smashed in from the bottom and all. Well, that's that done. We don't, or at least we shouldn't need any of these irrigation barriers on. I only have one of them on for now, but we shouldn't need the 2 that I was going to put here. But before we plant all the trees here, we want to get the rubble picked up so it doesn't end up disappearing on us. Oh, and yeah, beavers, you need to like real quickly and casually. Did I really? Wow. What a guy. Well, aren't I glad we didn't get that in? We've got a bloody pipe that needs to go straight through our little power system that we had set up. Well, this power system in general is just getting bloody smashed, isn't it? Beavers, could you do us a favour and pick this little bit of rubble up here? It's scaring us. Because I need to put something down and I don't want it to disappear. Okay, well you could pick the other bit of rubble up first. I wasn't expecting you to do that, but whatever. Now, we pop a little tunnel on here. Can I plant a tree? I can. I can plant a tree on the other side of the tunnel. Now, the reason I'm asking that question is because we're going to have to get a side platform on the gun, which destroys the tree. And that means we're going to backup plan number 2B. The one that we already established but then said we're not going to do. Coffee bushes over here. And honestly, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. It hurts a little bit, but not as much as that whole big stack that I had to pick up earlier. Oh, it's gonna hurt if I need this though. Oh, I'm being a silly Billy, aren't I? MiGly, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. And by let's not get ahead of ourselves, maximum priority, this bad lad, and anything else that was maximum priority is no longer maximum priority, beavers. Yes, that is the only unpaused maximum priority thing. You really need to get that done. Oh, I'm 4 days into this temperate season as well. This has been bloody terrible, this. Oh, this was supposed to be the easy thing. Just quickly put the pipe up and away we gone. If I end up with a bloody warning for a bad tide, I can't be ending this episode like I did the last one, man. You know what? It might be a bit expensive, but I'm going to go metal hour hangs here. A little something like that. And then I don't need to mess around with side platforms at all. If that ends up needing to be an irrigation barrier, so be it. Not the end of the world, you know. And it connects very nicely onto the course. It's a bad tide. I said it, and it happened immediately. Alright, build up beavers. Yous are definitely just building that. Yous can access it and everything. Happy days. And there's 4 of yous. Right. Yous just need to use those 93 logs very productively. It's as simple as that, beavers. And speaking of being productive, let's get a proper little power bit on here. Universal power shaft there. And I don't need to connect into this little power shaft turn. We can recover the logs from that. I simply just need to go up for a bit. And then here, we're going to do another universal. That's so we can use some side platforms here. Connect in a little something like that. And then continue gunning up and teeing off as needed. Right now, please say that's the last time I need to have that built, like. And this bot part factory's in, which means I can't get to building this without pausing this bad lad and getting up here. Oh, we're already up here, aren't we? Oh, if we're already up here, then it's no bother. Our actual bother is getting these bloody levies in for this bad tide because, yeah, nah, I'm not going to sacrifice everything we've just done this episode for the sake of one little pesky pipe. Get it in, beavers. And then let's triple check. Do we have all the impermeable floors on? Yes. Even on the side here, all the way to the floodgate. On the top, all the way to the side of the floodgate, back underneath the inventor hoses, underneath the engines, all the way through the bloody levees. That is a sealed pipe. I'm happy with that. It's going to act and behave just like this sealed pipe here does. You cheating beavers getting in the levees. I mean, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to ask you to gun a bit quicker, please. Oh, nice one, beavers. Now, is this a maximum priority? Good. Because we need to go a little bit above that, not just that level. You know, let's just maximum prioritize all the way up there. But I'm going to pause this levy when it gets up to 12. Because I want to see how far they'll go up the side there. And let's just double check these levies and their timers. Bad tide start, it guns up to 1. I'm happy with that. This sluice I can leave as automated. It's going to close below 0.65, which is nabosh. This sluice, leave as automated. It's still got 94% contaminated water in there. We will make this pipe slightly better in the future. I can't promise it getting much better, which is why I said slightly better. But it should get better-ish. Maybe. Oh, it needs to get better though because we don't have permanent oak growth over here. We've basically got permanent drought over here. Well, it looks like in between episodes, I'm going to have to come up with a solution to get water down into this little bit here. I've been thinking about somehow using this shelf that this power line's on here. But to get into there, we need to start sacrificing buildings and things like that. I do have a little bit of an idea with this little hole here. Maybe do something there. And then we also have our ladders that got into the cave just here. And this was a builder's access. So we do have some sort of access down here. But we need to get water doing this little bit here. And let's just speed forward a little bit until we maybe get 12 logs in here. 11 logs, I'm pausing you. Oh, that's it, that's fine. That's as high as you can go. Alright, unpause you then. And then speed 4 all the way to the bad tide. And you'll see the levies get hammered in right in front of your face. Oh! Man can't count! Oh! Beavers! 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 Beavers, why have I only got 2 logs? Beavers, why have I only got 2 logs? Why? Beavers! No! But if you want to see if you get this levy in time, you're going to have to come back tomorrow. That's really a townie one day away. And I'll catch you then, peeps. Toodles!